Hey, happy Monday. It's Chuck Charlton here with Milton Daily Homes, and got a list of 13 properties coming all the way from the start of the weekend right through to today. And 13 is that we've seen more from Mondays. I kind of like that size of list, and as we all know, it's not always the quantity, it's the quality. So 81 Millside number 204 is at 239 and 239.9, pardon me. It's a 2-bedroom. It has 2 washrooms, so there's a small powder room and then a full washroom in here as well. $490 on the maintenance fees. You can see they've upgraded the cabinets. The kitchen appliances, you kind of got black and white and old and new and everything else, so pretty easy to just go in and change all that stuff. But I do like the fact the cupboards are way more expensive to replace than a couple of appliances. You got a backsplash here. California shutters, they've defined the dining room. It looks like either a laminate or a hardwood floor. And overall nice, like not cluttered, just very well kept. And it's got electric baseboard heat, but that heat is included with your condo fees. So overall, it works things out. I think that's a pretty good maintenance fee considering that kind of heating. The building, in my eyes, is well managed, and it looks like a good space. So 1 locker, and I don't know how many parking spaces. Doesn't say in this particular report. I would guess 1, but if there's 2, that obviously has some value. So Fowles Court is at 294.9. And so they're looking at a February possession on this one. And so it's the cherry wood. It's called an Ashfield. It's about 1050 square feet. And nice color cabinets inside. They got that secret weapon. They got the green apples here. Door insert as well. And yeah, I think this one looks really good. There's no shots of the upstairs, but I think the main floor is well decorated. I think the size and the scale of furniture is good. And the other thing about this location is Fowles, like right at the end of the street, there's a tennis court, there's a park. Get some good views of the escarpment from Fowles. So a lot of good things happening with this one. I think 294.9 is definitely within the scope of reality for what they're normally selling for. So 117 Van Fleet is at 333.9, and it's a Bolton model, so it's a 3-bedroom, and it only has 1 full bathroom upstairs and a powder room on the main. And I don't know what's with this new trend lately of photographing the address. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But there's the house, and you get in. Takes 4 pictures to get in. Eat in, and then directly to the left is what you're going to see here is the kitchen, and a nice design. And you've got a pass-through window which goes to the dining, and then there's a family room just off to the side. So if you have a look here, yeah, that's your family. You don't really see the dining, but the photographer was standing in the dining room. Nice bedroom size upstairs. If it only had 2 full washrooms upstairs, it would be, in my eyes, one of the best layouts for a townhouse. And 333.9 is definitely within reason for what these normally sell for. So if you're under 350, really, it's not a matter of if you're going to sell, it's what you're going to sell for. So it comes down to good negotiating, good staging, getting the home ready, and the marketing, getting the word out there. So that's what that price range is all about. You can see wild fluctuations in pricing based on how the agent really strategizes that whole process. So 62 miles is 344.9, and so my ears perked up when I saw this one. I thought it was a great little home. So you've got a bungalow, you have a detached double car garage, and you have a 66 by 120 foot lot, and it's cute, and it's renovated, and it's under 350. This is a fantastic home to downsize. There are 3 bedrooms. They're not huge, but that's okay. 1120 square feet. I think about, even if you look at something like the Millside one, where we've got, $230,000 and then almost $500 in fees, this one would probably carry for pretty similar. And it's surprising because you wouldn't think so, but those condo fees per month represent a very, very significant amount of cash flow compared to your mortgage, especially when rates are at 3%. So really nice stuff. I'm a huge fan of this one. It by far gets the Chuck pick of the day, and so far this is one of the Chuck picks of the month. Really, really like this one a lot. Okay, so Newell is at 367.5. It's a semi-detached, 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, about a 95-foot lot, so a little bit deeper than some of the Mattamy ones, but they're not as wide. So Mattamy usually about 28 feet on a semi, this one's about 22. So you get a long, more narrow kind of house. And as you can see, that's your hallway right there, and your family room's in the back, and then just so leading into the family room on this side, you've got a dining room off to the side, and then that opens up to the kitchen. So it's not as open concept, like you can't necessarily keep your eyes on the kids the same way that you could when the kitchen and family room are right there. And you may like or not like that. I know some families that really like to cook, make a big mess in the kitchen. They don't always want to have that interaction with those two rooms. Okay, so looks good overall. The colors, the design, everything is certainly there. I put a bit of whatchamacallit for privacy on the side of their deck. So nice stuff. 367.5 definitely looks like it's in the good range. Lattice was the word I'm looking for. 663 Holly is at 392.8. It's a townhouse. 3-bedroom, 3-washroom. And so this is one of those 3-story with a double car garage in the back. Doesn't have a backyard, but it's got a big patio just off the kitchen, and lots of furniture in this home. Love the light fixtures, what they did there, the backsplash, hardwood floors. You can see that's like the I guess the dog's eye view down there, and then the camera moves up a little bit. Very rich draperies. Very sort of ornate furniture. So I hope people can, even this room here, it looks like there's a lot of stuff inside, but you look at that, I may say that's a big room, but someone who maybe hasn't seen, 1,000 homes a year for however many years might not be able to kind of separate the difference. So I think this one would probably look really good in person. I think there's a lot of value here. That's what you get basically from your back. And you can walk to Symposium, all that stuff. So I hope this one shows well. It looks like there's a lot of furniture, more than what we'd usually kind of consider, for a home listed. But hey, I think they've got a good shot. Okay, so 311 Powies, no photos, and it's at 399, semi-detached. Most of the time these have a nice 9-foot ceiling. It's got a 44-foot wide yard. Really nothing to go by on the description. Looks like there's carpet inside. 1930 square feet. Maybe, you never know. I think that size certainly compares with some of the Mattamy stuff that's been selling in that range. Weeble, 479. It's a Spirit Plan 4, I think. 1835 square feet. I always mix those up. Like, who names? They have Spirit Plan 12 and 13. How are you supposed to make any difference between them? It's easy to say Croftside, Bryan, all the townhomes, that kind of stuff, but for some reason they just said plan whatever. They got lazy. So anyhow, enough of that soapbox rant. We get inside the house. Granite countertops, backsplash, nice dark appliances. Did the option with the pantry, and there's one for sale at $439 right now. That's the front room. Handy little room to have an office. And so these guys are asking $40,000 more. The other one actually shows okay, but I mean, the thing is, they've got some old appliances, but the kitchen's been upgraded. There's hardwood floors. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Leave me your feedback or your comments by email. Do you take a picture of the finished basement? Is that a photo that's going to help you in your marketing? I don't know. I'm a little undecided on that one. Upgraded countertops in the bathroom. And it's the 4-bedroom version. Okay, so looks like 2-car parking in the driveway. A lot of these models are not always creeping up to $479, so I get that they have some upgrades. I don't know how high that's going to reach them. Just in the 480s was a home that's like over 300 square feet bigger with many of the same upgrades that just got an offer. So remains to be seen. 616 Morelands is $499. 4-bedroom, but 2,200 square feet. It's a big home, and yeah, a little bit original. The trim on top isn't always gonna, light up buyers kind of thing, but I think there's a lot of kitchen space, and you've got the eat-in, so there's a good floor plan. You get a sunroom here. This would be a great little spot to hang out. And I think this one is priced very well. Now, Moreland, some of the homes back onto Derry, and this one you can see right here has homes behind, so that's the little clue that indicates to me that it's probably in a better location on the street. $499, very good price. There's homes this size that sell up in the high fives when they're renovated. So if you went in and put 50 on this one, you'd probably still make some money. So 335 Leech Landing, 574. 786. Actually, there was a study done, interestingly enough, that said that odd prices like that, 786 as the hundreds, actually sell for more money. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyhow, they I guess stats can say whatever you want them to say. Now that's the first shot right after the main shot. To me, that looks like a tiny room. So sometimes it's the camera, it's the way that the edges kind of compress, but I don't know if that would give the right impression. This home is over 2,500 square feet, and it doesn't look like that. Even the kitchen looks like it's really compressed, and then you've got your hardwood staircase upstairs. So bit of a tricky one. I find it does not. If you asked me to guess how big this home was, I would guess far less than 2,500 if I didn't know. Okay, so nice front porch there. I think it would probably look better in person just based on what we're seeing there. Rule, this is another Spirit plan. It's like Plan 12 or Plan 13, just over 2,500 square feet, very similar to the Wood Lily model, and it's at $584,900. Nice looking kitchen, but keep in mind, do you have to buy appliances? Do you have to buy air conditioning? Do you have to buy window coverings? Those are all considerations when you're saying, compare this one to the other ones that have sold. And so it can actually help you negotiate oftentimes. So there it is. You've got a winding staircase, extremely similar to the Wood Lily model. And most of the Wood Lilies don't crank up into this 584 unless they've got a ton of upgrades. So these guys might have a bit of a tough time. Now it does say something about a walkout basement. That would have been one of the shots to put in there for sure. Walkout, I would guess, would probably add 10 to 15,000 tops, probably closer to 10. And sometimes if the home is vacant and there's stuff to do, it might even be a little less than 10. So a lot of it comes down to how the whole comes together compared to the individual parts. Rolfe Terrace, we get another walkout basement on this one. $599, nice winding staircase here, iron pickets. Now we're talking a little bit more upgrades on this one. A little bit bigger than the previous, 2,690 square feet, and double sinks in the master. I could see this one getting a sale before the previous guys, 105 feet deep. And the other thing that this one has that the other one doesn't, backs onto green space too. Okay, so there's a park just down the street that's probably going to be built, granite countertops. Good choice. This one's a good pick. And the final one is Galbraith. And so now we're reaching up past the 3,000 square feet, finished basement on this one. You've got some good looking stone on the front there, patterned concrete in the front and back. And unfortunately, you don't always get the money you spend on some. I bet you they probably spend at least 10 or 15,000 on that patterned concrete, driveway and everything else. But again, like I said before, it all comes together sometimes in the right way. California shutters, you've got crown moldings here. Nice white kitchen. I actually like the look of that. Granite counters, undermounted sink, and they got that fruit bowl. Got to respect that. Really good. End of January is the possession these guys are looking for, and a ton of value really for for the amount of square footage, for the upgrades. I think $649 is definitely a marketable price. Okay, so that's the list. And if you have any questions, as always, reach out to us, phone, email, and come on a tour. This is a great time because the season's a little bit slower, so we see that you've often got some good choices. Your buyer competition, the people out there often just get distracted with Christmas stuff, so it can be a real good time to find opportunities in a bit of the off season. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.